Hmm. Uh, okay. So defense. Sorry, this took me a minute. Uh, Aaron's team, right? It's overall a pretty solid team, and I think that I think it'll serve him well. We are going to go. I think we're gonna put his team up in B, just for now. Uh, I want to stay a little bit more attentive with my ratings. And all right, up next we got vague parallels. This team is nuts vague. What the heck? Like, there isn't much bad that I can say about this team. You've got a lot of hazards. You got good removal and Brambleghast is actually really good removal, or at least it's solid enough. Cryogonal is also a secondary rapid spinner. Here you got great hazard setters. You got Rabombi for nice sticky webs and speed. Eid, Gliscor, or and Screamtail are solid spikers and rockers, along with Heatran as well. So Root and Urshifu, top tier Terra captains. And then Dragapult is like really good enabler for this. Hmm. Hmm. And like honestly, I don't see that many issues with this team. This is S tier. I know I said I was going to try to be attentive with my ratings. This is S tier. Also, bonus points for the mascot. Mm-hmm. And up next, we got Samuel the Strong. On Terra Iron Bundle, Terra Urshifu Single, Goldigo, Thundurus, Swampert, Cyclozars, Glamora, Arachnid, and Whimsicott. This team looks like it is designed to say. So there are three water types, but they work pretty well here, I'd say, altogether. Or they work all right, anyway. You got solid removal in Cyclezar, great spin blocking in Golden Go. Oh, you got... Oh, this is actually... I'd say this team's hazard game is really solid. And its speed is a little... Its speed is a little... It's not my favorite. But it is actually pretty fast still. Well, actually, this team is very fast. Hold up. Um... and then it does have some solid. You do have some solid rockers in Glamora and Swampert. You got the hazard game is just really nice here. Here it's a bit of a frail team. This is like a very offensive team. Even your bulkiest mons are Swampert and Araquanid. And then Golden Go. Oh, which everything else is honestly a little on the frailer side. Um, honestly, I'd say this is probably... Where's the thingy? Little... Is this... no, B tier. You're right below the Golurks. Urks, don't get me wrong, is a solid team. And I'm sure it will continue to be solid. I'm just concerned for the ones that are left with it, you know? Next up, Terminal. Oh, we got Iron Valiant, Terrapagos, Terra Ogerpon, Hisuian Samurott, Petrarunt, King Gambit with Terra, Jolteon, Toadscruel, and Morgrem. This team is a threat. One thing I forgot to mention is that in the last stream, Sleep is banned, so Toadscruel does not have as much value to it. Petra, I will say I do like the team. Team looks very kind of. The bottom three look like they're kind of lacking a little bit. I am gonna be honest. Yes, but you got your hazard games on point at the very least. Yes, and you got great endgame threats in Iron Valiant and Terra Gambit. And then early game threats including Iron Valiant and Terra Ogerpon. And then Terrapagos is scary no matter the state of the game. This feels like a very top-heavy team, but I will be honest, I feel like the last three picks are kinda mid. I feel like Terminal went a little too top-heavy here. (19, 17, 19, 16, 13, 18, 3, 4, 1). Yeah. Now, this is still a solid team. It just kind of only has 6 mons. Ons, put it there. Up next, we have Donge. We got a team of Great Tusk, Masquerada, Terra Iron Crown, Primarina, Terra Thunderous Therian, Skeletors, Dudunsparce, Geezing, and Galvantula. Now, this team, Primarina, I love it. It's got Great Tusk, best removal and spinner in the game. Meowscarada. Great elite speed. Secondary spiker, and then just great scarfer and choice band user as well. Iron Crown. And is an excellent Sev Terra Captain or just Assault Vest user. Primarina, excellent bulky water, bulky fairy. With flip turn to pivot and just solid breaking power. Thunderous Therian, excellent breaker, Terra Cap, or possible agility sweeper. Skeletors I thought was really good value for 9 points, and unaware, got the bulky unaware setup Pokemon. On the Dunsparce can just spam Glare and then annoy the heck out of you, as well as set up rocks, which this team did not have a rocker aside from Great Tusk up till the Dunsparce. Ours. Galarian Weezing. Solid hazard removal, another good bulky fairy. And grounded poison. Galvantula is a little iffy, but at times. Then again, and this is me saying this because I miss those 91% accurate Thunders all the time. But that being said, it's still a pretty solid Pokemon on all things considered. I don't understand entirely what webs are doing here. Or if I do see that Galvantula is here primarily to fill a speed tier, is what I would guess. That's to get something between that and Meowscarada. But, this looks like the top of B. Now that we moved everything. This feels like a great cutoff point. This looks like it could be like the top of B. Next up, we got the Sylve. Garchomp, Greninja, Zapdos, Tinkaton, and Sinch, Blastoise, Okidogi, Cinderace, and Vigoroth. It's a pretty solid roster, very powerful roster here. Your Terra Greninja is very powerful late game threat. Cinderace is a solid early game breaker. Blastoise, great removal and pivot. Sinistcha, another endgame demon. Garchomp is Garchomp. Tinkaton, very annoying encore shenanigans. Zapdos is static be annoying. Okay, and then Okidogi and Vigoroth are there as well. I'm not entirely super familiar with Okidogi, I'm going to be honest. Yes, but this team is Demon. This is like bottom A. I'd say that, no, it's a little above terminal. Well, it's just got very solid fundamentals overall. All is what I'd have to say about it. Next, Bayonet Bandit. It Palafin, Deoxys Speed, Terra Ironmoth, Landorus Therian, Empoleon, Zarina, Grimmsnarl, Terracomo, and Vikavolt. This is a very, very offensive team. I'd almost go so far as this. Like, this is just very offensive. If Zarina being removal is alright, it doesn't have the best track record from what several of my friends have been saying. Empoleon, excellent bulky water or with a pivot. Excuse me. Deoxys Speed, fastest Pokemon in the metagame aside from Regieleki. Palafin, just nuke. Iron Moth, Terra Iron Moth Iron Moth Palafin is a combination I've used before, and it works really well. Oh, that said, Palafin did most of the heavy lifting for me, but this Iron Moth is Terra, so maybe it'll be different. And Grimmsnarl, this up dual screens is excellent. And Prankster T-Wave as well. El Terracomo is another solid setup threat. So this team likes to use Palafin as more of a breaker. Rather than as the main sweeper. And I honestly like it. This might be one of the best teams so far. It's not like Dragapult Terra's a rude level crazy. But I'd say it's up there. Top of A for now. Next up, Boss Demon. Hang on. I need to go get a drink of water real quick. I will be right back. Alright, I've returned. Earned in time to Boss Demon. In Territorn, Ordained Therian, Iron Treads, Galarian Slowking, Rotom Wash, Kyurem, Clefable, Terra Hisuian, Quillfish, Mienshao, and Chimecho. Hold on, let me catch my breath. Okay. Boss Demon? Un uh I do like this team. I do slightly question the Chimeco a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what it does beyond Heal Bell. But I will this team is actually very bulky. It's not very offensive. If your offensive mons are like Minshao, Alcurum, and then Tornado's Theory on a good day. Everything else is kind of fairly defensive. Based. So I don't entirely know how to feel about that team. I need to move this along on quicker because I am don't want to have more issues with the laptop. Wow.
You all right, buddy?
Yeah, Oro. Hi.
You okay in there, bud?
Yeah, I'm doing PR streams right now for defense, and I am struggling with some of these. I've been
Oh.
but I don't not actually struggling, but some of them have been particularly difficult to place. Why are you guys making these decisions so tough, huh?
All right. Well, have a good time with that. I was just checking in on you, making sure you're okay. Okay.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Okay. Bye bye. Okay.
All right. This team does look a little too defensive for my taste personally. But that said, I think it is still a fairly solid team. The triple regen core, annoying AF to break through. Ooh, I'm gonna put you down here in B. Up next, we got Winter Redstone. Team consisting of Terra and Amorous. Is Gouging Fire, Sneasler, Terra Necrozma, Ursulina Bloodmoon, Cleavor, Regieleki, Tornadus Indeedee, Orthworm, and Lapras. Yes, this is a very interesting team. It's also filled with low tiers. Woo! I don't entirely know what to do with this one. on. Oof. Getting a little sleepy. the, let's start with the break. This team does break very well for Enamorous, I will say. Breaking fires. Gouging fire. Breaking steals. Gouging fire. Oh wait, no. Breaking fires. Gouging fire. No. Breaking fires. Blood Moon or Cleavor. Breaking steals. Gouging fire. Breaking poisons. And Blood Moon. Enamorous Blood Moon is a very potent offensive core. Or, like, it just is. Mm. And Sneasler also helps with the steel types as well. While Blood Moon, I think, is one of the more important pieces to this team. I think things get a lot harder after no more Blood Moon. But I'm going to leave VC for that. Anyway. This team, I think I'm going to put it... I think it's right above Terminal, I think. No, right below. Because it really falls... Just like Terminal, it really falls off after the first few picks. With the sheer number of low tiers. Up next, moving on. Up next, we got Boz. Dragapult, Terra Enam, Hisuian Samurai, Iron Boulder with Terra, Infernape, Landorus, Therian, Sarina, Registeel, and Arbok. This team looks very scary. The Arbok is great value out of a 2-pointer. Registeel is very annoying. It is like a brick wall. Or steel wall, I guess. There's Arena Spin, which Lilithion yet again. Landorus Therian, one of the better ground types available. Well, Infernape is a solid fighting type to add here, I think. Iron Boulder is solid. Great endgame mon. Enamorous can do early or endgame. Hisuian Samurai, very great early game. And then Dragapult just enables all of this really well. I think I still think Aaron's team is a little better, but I do think that it's a little better than Syl's. So up next is Toast Gopher. Terra Bundle, Terapagos, Iron Hands, Galarian Slowking, Gliscor, Roaring Moon, Klefki, Beartic, with Terra, Trevenant, and Pyroar. Excuse me. Terra, I think I've said before that I don't really love Terra Bundle, but it does definitely work on this team here. Terapagos, Iron Hands, and Ands are really great pairings with it, as is Galarian Slowking. In Gliscor, excellent hazards to go with it. Roaring Moon, solid breaker. Herb Klefki gives you screens, which is really nice. Nice, and spikes, in addition to Gliscor. Or Gliscor and Pagos are okay rockers, but you really don't want them to be rocking. And Beartic's another solid pairing with the Galarian Slowking Chili Reception. And I don't entirely know what Trevin is going to do besides maybe be annoying. And then I will be honest, Pyro kind of sucks. Ux, I'm sorry. I am being pinged. Why am I being pinged there? All right. Hmm. Uh, Overall, I'd say this team is probably. I think this is top of B. Up next, we got Buffcat. Iron Valiant, Zapdos, Terra Tinglu, Tinkaton, Terra Blazic, Sinisha, Tentacruel, Lycanroc Dust, and Girafarig. My first problem. Bro drafted Terra Blaziken. Okay, how much is Terra Tinglu? What is the Terra tax on that? None. And there's definitely a Terra tax on Sinisha. Okay. I despise Blaziken. I am like it's just not really a great Pokemon. On as far as I'm concerned. And I also had bad experience with it Terra last season. And I cannot use the thing. But all things considered, this team is still pretty good. It's solid overall anyway. I'm getting tired of talking, I'm going to be honest. These take a lot less out of me when I've got someone with me. Your team's gonna go in A. A right above terminals, I guess. Excuse me. Up next, we have Ariane, Garchomp, Golden Go, Clefable, Weavile, Terra Manaphy, Rotom Heat, Rillaboom, Glamora, and Blissey. Now, there's only one Terra Captain on here, which is unfortunate, as the kids say. This gives me very Gen 6 vibes. Then you got on the Rillaboom, Glamora, Golden Go. Oh, for later gen, this just gives me very Gen 6 vibes. Hold on. Alright. Alright, this team's hazard removal is just Glamora, which is not ideal. But this is overall still a pretty solid team, I'd have to say. I should probably be going more in depth into some of these, but I'm getting tired. Your hazard game's on point. You've got a lot of good utility. You get a lot of good. Got a fair bit of value out of your low tiers. Blissey and Clefable on the same team does feel a bit iffy, but it's definitely gonna work. You got very solid breaking power too, as well as sweeping power. Good cleaning as well. Which team are you, Area? Uh, hold on. I cannot figure out which one is Ariane. Okay, so looks like he's the Koraidons. I think I'm gonna put it around the same place as the Sill. They're fairly interchangeable, I think. In terms of, am I right? Yeah. Well, actually, one Terracap is gonna hold this back a lot. Actually, one Terracap is, yeah, that's gonna put you down in B tier. You're around there. Right. Next, Nehi Boston. Terra Great Tusk, Meowscarada, Iron Moth, Scizor, Terra Deancy, Dragonite, Mesprit, Electros, and Tauros Aqua. Um, hey Bash, how's it going? Hey Bash, sorry, I don't know what my mic was doing weird things. I'm all right and a little tired is all. All my thing is my thing goes way too fast. Holy. Um, this is Boston's team is team is pretty scary. I'd say you got a lot of yes, you got a lot of speed. You got very strong priority with the technician bullet punch. You don't strong priority is one of the which divs have I done already? Just Psycho Boost is the only one I finished. I'm trying to get through all the others this week if I can. I believe I'm doing Steel with people tomorrow. Oh, and then so I've only finished PB. I'm gonna do speed and attack probably at some point on Thursday or Friday, and then wait. I think Clef had a terror attacks, didn't it? Clef didn't have a terror attacks. Huh. So they are down to terror cap for no reason. Well, for very little reason. And they have no reason to be down to terror cap, yet they are. Okay, but I did put them down and be okay. Um don't go back in this stream, Bash. You'd have to go back in a different it's in a different VOD. I had some computer troubles. A lot of computer troubles actually. Um Terra Diancie is a really good Terra Captain. I've seen that thing put in a lot of work as a secondary Terra Captain. And, like, I think of all the secondary, lower to mid tier Terra options, Diancie is probably one of the best ones on the board, I think. Just based on the performances that I have seen it make in the past. Yes, this team has honestly almost has it all. All all in terms of most of the things you could want. Uh I'd say this team is solid. But it's a really good team actually. I'd say this is like I'd say this is A. A kind of right. I think it's a little better than Sills, a little worse than Uzo Torteras. Actually, I think it's a little better than Gophers. Wait, no, Gophers the superiors. Boz. Oh, it's not better than Boz. Okay. Um, Up next, we got Razzie. Oh, I'm losing my voice. We got Raging Bolt, Tig with Terra, Tornadus, Therian, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Sneak, Excadrill, Hatterene, Ian, Ogerpon Hearthflame, Alomomola, Hisuian Quillfish, Kamala, and Sandaconda. This is another solid team. I will say, I do not like Excadrill, especially outside of sand. And that's when Excadrill feels that it's most mid. Yeah. The Tornadus Therian without tearing it is also interesting. The more interesting question is actually how did Tornadus Therian make it back? There's no no, there's Excadrill. What am I saying? And Kamala, I guess. That's really solid. Terra's little on the top heavy side, but still pretty good, I'd say. The two Terras make this team really, really threatening, and Ogerpon is also really, really strong as well. If there were any better options for removal, or something, I would suggest they take something other than Drill, just because Drill. Well, the thing about Torn T is that it's also 21 points, and Urshifu Rapid Strike is a lot less on the. It's a lot less taxing on the point total. So that one I understand. Because they already have Terra Bolts. Like, I fully understand that. And they also have Hatterene to keep hazards off if needed. He can't drop the Mischievous and the Ampharos Bash. Oh, wait. You're looking at the wrong team. We're both looking at the wrong team. Bash! My guy. Actually, hold up. Actually, if you do drop... Well, actually, you could drop the Sandaconda and then Terra on Shifu to get Terra Torty. Like, you could. And honestly, that could also work, but either way, the two Terra Captains that he's got are already very threatening. I would say this is probably... Probably around the there. This is probably mid-A. Middle of A. Up next, Bigfoot. But with Terra Zaru, Deoxys Speed, Sneasler, Primarina, Ursaluna Blood Moon, Blastoise, Iron Crown, Indeedee Male with Terra, Mistress, and Ampharos. This team looks very scary. Also, wait, why is Indeedee only 4 points? Why is Terra Indeedee only 4 points? That feels very low. What's awkward? What's awkward, Bash? We'll say this team feels a little... This is a very fast yet bulky team. There's no way. They actually made Indeedee only 4 points. I have never seen Indeedee any lower than, like, 7. Maybe 6. Like, that is a steal. And you got it with Sneasler, too? And Deoxys Speed. And Iron Crown. This is a Size Spam team. Without Terra, it's only 3. If I saw correctly. Yeah, it's only 3 points without Terra. Sorry, my scroll wheel is being a little weird right now. Like, this guy just found a steal of a low tier. Here. And now he's got Size Spam out of it. Like, this team, it benefits from Psychic Terrain, but it definitely doesn't need it. Sneasler is like, you got the Sneasler, Deoxys Speed, and Iron Crown, all of which are just very, very strong on this team. Honestly. Sorry. Still a little out of it. And then Zarut, Sneasler, and Primarina, and Blood Moon. This team has a lot of really strong breakers and sweepers. Yeah, they probably could have done a little better with the last two. Or they could have combined Mischievous and Ampharos into like one unslightly stronger pick. Like, for instance, maybe Rotom fan or like something. I don't know entirely, I'm gonna be honest. Is they probably could have done better with the last two picks, but as it stands, I mean, I guess Electivire is better than Ampharos. Us. Us. The team only has one fairy resistance, but I think this team is going to destroy you before you have time to set up an offensive fairy on this thing. On this team. I think this team just destroys the fairies before they destroy it very easily. I'd have to say it. This may be top of A, even S tier. You're just... Because just like... This man has... He planned on his points pretty well. I think the last two are the only ones that really need adjusting. Yeah, it does switch in very well. Crown is often underestimated. That thing runs a killer bulky sets. Bulky Crown's one of my favorite Crown sets. I'm gonna be completely honest. The AV sets with Future Sight and Volt Switch, those are my favorite. I don't think it's quite S tier. I think it's might be a little worse off than like Aaron's, I guess. As for instance, all right, I need to move on because I am getting because I'm getting real tired. So I need to move on. Uh, so up next is Ozzy. The Palafin, Iron Treads, Terra Urshifu Single Strike, Latios, Cinderace, Thunderous Therian with Terra, Sylveon, Weezing, and Masquerain. Hey, 7-point Weezing. Is that a bit much, or is that just me? Is 7 a bit much for Weezing? I don't think I've ever seen it that high. Um, but this is a very good Palafin team. Like, that is high. That's fair, actually. I'll move back down there. I didn't realize just how delayed this was. This stream is on delay. I didn't even realize just how much. This is a very solid Palafin team, though. Oh, you got Iron Tread Heads for great removal. Oh, you didn't mean the ranking, you meant Weezing. Oh, whoops. My bad. It does feel weird. Weird. But I will say, maybe swap that Wheezing out for like Muck. It's cheap. It's a little cheaper, and and it allows you to upgrade that Masquerain into something, because Masquerain is not a good Pokemon, generally speaking. Mm. And this team has a lot of breaking power though. Weezing and Masquerain are like the only things without breaking power on this team. True, but it's less expensive than Weezing. This board is kind of whack, but it's what we got to work with. Yeah. But legit, the breaking power is very insane on this team. That is the main thing that I think it's got going for it. It can very easily have like Urshifu, Thundurus, and like Cinderace break. And then it can have Palafin run bulk up sets, or it could have Urshifu run the bulk up or the Sword Stance or something like that. Because like this team is just dealing out so much damage every time it hits the field. This team is like all breakers and Weezing and Masquerain. Treads, to be fair, isn't much of a breaker, but that is fair to want a grass, yeah. But it has thunder. But wouldn't you want the grass primarily to like break bulky waters and such? And then switch into the weaknesses. You have Latios that can switch into those weaknesses in a pinch, and you have Thundurus to break the bulky waters. Now, to be fair, Thundurus doesn't switch into those bulky waters quite as much because it doesn't have a resistance to it, but this team is also ooh. Actually, that is actually pretty solid. Plus, it allows you to drop the Masquerain aim for like Venomoth, Vikavolt. He's in the second pool, so he could get Vikavolt. Well, no, he doesn't want Vikavolt. But you want something over the Masquerain. As it stands, I think this team is probably right around here. Probably. I don't know. I've just been through so many teams at this point. I'm not even gonna fine tune it. I'm just gonna put them in the tiers. I don't. Maybe I don't. Anyway, lastly, we got Zopez, aka Ditto. Oh, we got the Terra Ogre Pond Water, Gouging Fire, Corviknight, Landorus, Screamtail, Terra Colossal, Rotom Wash, Okidogi, Hoopa Unbound, Furret, and Electrode. I will say, does Colossal... I don't think Colossal has a Terra Tax, and I think that's why he chose to Terra that. Because Hoopa has a Terra Tax now. It did enough work last season to convince them to give it a Terra Tax. It does feel a little weird, you're not wrong, but I kind of like it. Well, I like it a little. I like it enough. Uh, it's definitely not your average Ogerpon team, I'll say that. Uh, you got the Ogerpon Water. It's just a powerful. I know it's a breaker generally, but I think Ogerpon Water is a decent bulky water at times if it's Terra. Or it's a decent quote unquote bulky. But that's also offensive. Like, I will say, Terra Water Cudgels hurts. These Ogrepons hit harder than like any other thing. That's fair. The Electrode does confuse me when they have a Rotom. Could they not combine the last two? Or could they maybe do something to just remove the last two altogether and then maybe you upgrade something like the Colossal? But all things considered, um, it's probably pretty good. I think I'm just getting a little too tired to see the vision fully. Yeah, I'm remembering why I kind of stopped streaming these days because it's exhausting. uh, ugh. Hmm. Wait, yeah. What do you mean? Nebula, what do you mean? I'm confused. Hey, Frosty. Which Mon? Which one are you talking about? Uh, I have no idea, Nebula. My brain is mush. My brain is just mush. No, no use. No use. Bash, I am about as confused as you are. My friends are weird. Like, they can't just come in and say for the Mon on without giving any context. Boys, context matters. Oh. Oh. That Mon. Oh. You are confusing me so much. You were, anyway. Why are you suggesting Lantern, exactly? I am even more confused than that. I'm still confused. I'm just gonna put this in B, and then I'm going to end stream. That is, power rankings are officially done. Not really in any particular order for all of them. I am, my brain hurts. So, I'm gonna head out for the night. We should be all finished. Thank you guys. Thank everyone who came out. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye.